On the story, our reporter Siphamandla Goge was in that media briefing a short while ago. He joins us now live. So Sipa, there was one solid message from Ace Magashule: innocent until proven otherwise.
Indeed, and that's the message that we were hoping he was going to give to his supporters earlier today, but unfortunately he couldn't address them. He missed that opportunity due to COVID-19 regulations. There were too many people who were gathered at the park after he appeared in court, so he was advised not to address them, and he just drove by and then waved to those who were closer to him. But this impromptu press briefing was designed for Ace Magashule basically to thank his supporters, but we had to put through to him some of those questions. You know, he maintains that he is innocent until proven otherwise by a court of law. Of course, he made an example which has got many people confused, bearing in mind the ANC's policy when it comes to international relations and the Israel-Palestine issue, citing the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, saying he's also accused of fraud and corruption, but he remains in office. And he was answering in the context of why he should step aside, but also the issue of the guidelines here seems to be a highly contested issue. Ace Magashule is adamant that, well, those guidelines have been taken to the branches of the ANC and the structures of the organization. They will decide moving forward. But the gist of his press conference today was about him pleading his innocence, saying, well, after this case is done, they will be absolved, or history will absolve them. That's what he said. But right now, Shahan, we are joined by Bathabile Dlamini, the president of the ANC Women's League. Thank you very much for your time. Is the Women's League supporting Ace Magashule?
We came here to pledge our solidarity with the Secretary General of the ANC. Secondly, in a number of times, we have met with the officials of the ANC and raised our concerns about what is happening right now, the turmoil, the factions, and that we don't support what's going on because it is going to kill the ANC. And the people of South Africa believe in the ANC and have hope in the ANC.
But if Ace Magashule is innocent, he is innocent right now until proven otherwise by a court of law. If he is proven otherwise by a court of law, obviously you'll have to come in and make your comments. But for now, why are you not allowing the court processes to unfold? Don't you trust the judicial system in the country that if he is indeed innocent, he will be cleared?
Yes, we are here because we want to hear court proceedings. And we have not yet taken sides. We are on the side of the ANC. And today, we had to come and observe everything that is going on. One, there were no fights at the doors, and there was high levels of discipline.
Okay, but your critics will say this is a coalition of the wounded. They will argue and criticize you and say this is a group that is being factional, bearing in mind the pre-Nazareth setup, the NDZ faction.
Everyone knows that immediately after the conference, we pledged our support for the present leadership. Two, the conference elected all of us, and therefore we cannot define ourselves as two sides, because the outcome of the conference was the decision of the delegates. And one other thing, immediately after the conference, Comrade Nkosazana called a meeting to thank all of us and said, you have to submit yourselves to the elected leadership.
Okay, thank you very much for time. That is Bathabile Dlamini. She's the president of the ANC Women's League. We have seen Supra Mahumapilo here, Mzwandile Masina, and other politicians who have been supporting Ace Magashule since he started his legal wars. Shahan.
All right, we're going to have to leave it right there. It's very interesting to see these leaders come out, but let's continue.